How do you think the track's holding up? Remember Eli and Tell talking earlier about being sticky as Cooper Webb gets clipped from behind.
This RotoMoto React is brought to you by O'Neal. The 10th round of the 2022 Supercross Series in Detroit began with everyone in the arena calling the track basic and boring. And for the majority of the night, the racing was pretty predictable as well. All of the heavy hitters were inside the top 10. Eli Tomac carved through the field on his way to the front, with the only thing left to contend was the third step on the podium. But with just over 7 minutes left in the 450 main, everything began to come unraveled. Chase Sexton begins to pressure Cooper Webb for fourth as the two near the lapped Cade Clayson. Sexton cuts to the inside, and with Cade on the outside Cooper, they come 3 wide through the first part of the long rhythm lane. The line all night was to double into this section, but Cooper attempts to triple in, casing the landing hard and weaving slightly to maintain his balance, forcing him to roll the next jump. This leaves Chase with nowhere to go, and the HRC Honda rider lands directly on top of Webb's shoulder, clipping his helmet with the right foot peg as they tumble to the ground. Chase manages to get the worst of it though, as he lays belly down on the face of the next jump, and his Honda 450 comes crashing down on top, slamming that spinning rear wheel directly into his back, ripping his jersey right off his body and tearing into the flesh below. Webb manages to crawl off the track, but Sexton was not able to muster the strength, and the Alpine Stars medical unit attended to the HRC rider right in the middle of the racing line. This is obviously the type of crash to take both riders out of the race and possibly the season, but just 2 minutes after being landed on, the crowd notices a KTM 450 rolling slowly around the track. If you didn't think Cooper Webb was a monster after he landed on his back flat to concrete at Arlington in 2020 and managing to podium the next weekend, you know he's a monster now. Seemingly trying to salvage what points he could with Anderson and Ferrandis both leaving the stadium floor, Coop was looking to stay out there as long as his body would allow, managing to complete more trips around the circuit than Anderson before the AMA stepped in and ordered Webb to the mechanics area, as an injured rider rolling slowly through Supercross obstacles is just a dangerous proposition. We should have known it was going to be a wild main when it's 2022 and a Suzuki hole shot and led the first 2 laps of a 450 main. When it was all said and done, Eli Tomac stands tall with a 42-point lead with 7 rounds to go. Freezy, McElrath, Hartrath, Clayson, Brees, Starling, Carnell, and Moranz all had their career best finishes in the Premier class. No real blame to be placed on this one, regardless if Webb overjumped while attempting to double or came up short while attempting to triple. This was a complete racing incident, and Chase Sexton simply had nowhere to go and no time to react to Cooper. It is unclear if Webb was attempting a line we hadn't really seen all night in an attempt to gain separation from Chase, or if he simply forgot where he was at on the track, a momentary lapse while in a tight spot of a heated battle. After the race, Pulp MX's Steve Mathis shed a little insight into the condition of Sexton and Webb, stating Sexton sounds like he will be fine, and Webb has a bruise on his shoulder and knuckles, but nothing immediately of concern without further testing this week. Early Sunday morning, Red Bull KTM confirmed Mathis's report with a press release of their own about Cooper's status, stating, "It's fair to say that Cooper was pretty banged up when he was landed on. Upon initial observation by the doctor here at the track of his shoulder and hand, it doesn't appear that anything is broken, but he plans to have further evaluation and x-rays when he returns home to Florida." Cooper added on his personal Instagram, "Glad we both walked away from that one in Detroit. I made a mistake that ended Chase and I's night. That one's on me. Thought I could get back on and salvage some points, but had to call it a night early. Going to get checked out and plan on seeing you guys in Indy." Sexton himself posted an update on his personal Instagram Sunday morning, simply stating, "Wrong place, wrong time. Thankful to walk away from that one with some minor bruises. Hope you're all good, Cooper Webb. See you guys in Indy." Obviously, Sexton's road rash from that spinning tire on his back is going to be tender for a few days and make showering very difficult, but for a guy that has some brutal crashes, it is wild how successfully he has avoided serious injury this season, and it's good to see that he feels positive going into Indy. Once we have more information on Webb's condition, as well as Ferrandis and Anderson, I will be sure to add a follow-up video updating you of their condition and their plans as the series heads into Indianapolis. Do you think Webb's choice to roll around to make up a few points was a gritty move by a season champion, or was it a poor decision for an injured rider to put himself and others in harm's way before the AMA threw the black flag? Let me know in the comments, and while you're down there, hit the like button, and be sure to subscribe to RotoMoto for more breaking news and analysis like this one. If you value the content I put out, please consider joining me on Patreon. For just about $1 per week, you help me continue to make this content for you, and you're entered in to win race used and autographed memorabilia from your favorite riders. 2 lucky winners this month will take home Robbie Wageman jerseys for the month of March. Thanks as always for watching RotoMoto. My name is Donnie. Keep it pinned to the weekend.